All right, mates, I'm glad you're here. We've got some cracking good findings to share. So, grab yourself a bevy and let's go. At the height of his popularity, Charlie Chaplin entered Just for Laughs, a Charlie Chaplin look-alike contest in San Francisco. But get this, he came in 20th place. True story. While Pope Gregory IX was in power, he declared that cats were associated with devil worship and had them exterminated across Europe. It's believed that this act is what helped rats proliferate and spread the bubonic plague. In 1923, jockey Frank Hayes won a race at Belmont Park in New York despite being dead. You heard me right. He suffered a heart attack mid-race, but his body stayed in the saddle until the horse crossed the finish line for a victory. It's hard to imagine today, but before buffalo wings were invented by Buffalo, New York Anchor Bar owner Teresa Bellissimo, chicken wings were usually tossed out with the rest of the chicken's gristle and bones. Such a shameful waste. What's the difference between these two, really? Well, hold your knickers and I'll tell you. Extra virgin olive oil is made from pure olives that have been ground into a paste and squeezed. The rejected oil that isn't as fine is repurposed as virgin olive oil. Want a simple mnemonic? Use olive oil for cooking and extra virgin for everything else, like salads, marinades, and bread dippers. Seven of the 10 deadliest wars in history have been in Asia's largest country, China. The Taiping Rebellion of the mid-1800s alone had considerably more deaths than World War I.
Legendary movie director Alfred Hitchcock is famous for making brief cameo appearances in his films. He appears in 39 of his 52 surviving major works, often as a pedestrian or a bystander. Joan of Arc, a French peasant girl who led armies during the 100 Years' War, was only 19 when she was executed. She claimed divine guidance, which led to her pivotal role in French history. The human heart beats around 100,000 times per day, pumping nearly 2,000 gallons of blood through the body. Over a lifetime, this adds up to about 2.5 billion heartbeats. Harriet Tubman, an escaped slave who became a leading abolitionist, helped rescue approximately 70 enslaved people using the network of anti-slavery activists and safe houses known as the Underground Railroad. In 1997, IBM's Deep Blue became the first computer to beat a reigning world chess champion, Garry Kasparov, in a match, marking a significant milestone in AI development. Three classic and iconic movies, Ben-Hur, Titanic, and The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, share the record for most Academy Awards won by a single film, each taking home 11 Oscars.
As the song lyrics go, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. Broadway productions are big business and collectively gross over $1 billion annually, solidifying its status as a major economic and cultural force in New York City. And speaking of Broadway, the distinction between Broadway and off-Broadway isn't necessarily geographical, but based on theatre size. Broadway theatres have 500 or more seats, while off-Broadway theatres generally have fewer seats. The Sandwich is named after John Montagu, the 4th Earl of Sandwich, an 18th century English nobleman. He is said to have asked for his meat to be served between slices of bread so he could eat without interrupting his gambling games. The symphony. What is it really? It's a musical composition for orchestra, which became a prominent genre during the classical period beginning in the mid-18th century. Composers like Haydn, Mozart, and Beethoven expanded the symphony's structure, complexity, and emotional depth, laying the foundation for future orchestral music. How's this for impressing ladies? Male monarchin birds perform a unique moonwalk-like dance to attract females, showcasing their agility and strength in the dense rainforests of Central and South America. The advent of digital technology in the late 20th century transformed the music industry. The introduction of CDs in the 1980s, followed by digital downloads and streaming services like iTunes and Spotify, significantly changed how music is produced, distributed, and consumed, making it more accessible to people around the world. Those were brilliant. Don't you agree? We love the work it takes to get these sorted for you. Do us a favor and like this video and share it with a friend. Cheers.